Hey guys, what's up? Finn here for ProTCG, and today I'm gonna do a little deck overview of my current Decko, my first custom Decko actually. I have played this deck at a little tournament here, and it got 4th, and there were like 25 people or so, so that's not too shabby actually for my first Decko. So yeah, I'm gonna showcase it. So just gonna like, how am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna put that here so you can see it. Then I'm gonna grab a little Decko. So first off, I got a little Liliana the Last Hope Planeswalker, just because it's a nice card, and Pitiless Horde, but well, basically Liliana is basically just a meat shield, and the -1, -2, -1 of her is actually quite nice. It saved me quite some games. And I also got Pitiless Horde because it's very strong. It's 5 in 3 and it has haste if you use its dash cost. So it's very expensive for casual, but if you can afford it, surely play it. The only thing I gotta note is that you don't want to have it at your side in your upkeep, because you will lose 2 lives. And then I also got 2 or 3 flip cards. So they are Midnight Scavengers, 2 Midnight Scavengers, and a Graf Rat. So Graf Rat. So 2 Midnight Scavengers and a Graf Rat, because well, when you flip them, they become a chittering host when you mount them, and they become a 5/6 creature with haste, menace. So yeah, it's actually quite strong. So the reason why I have 2 Midnight Scavengers and only 1 Graf Rat is because I will keep the Graf Rats in my hand basically all the time. So that's that. Next card. So I got 3 Gavony Unhallowed. Come on, lamp. Just move the lamp aside a bit. Oh god, yeah. I'm just gonna do it with my hand like this. So 3 Gavony Unhallowed, because whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Gavony Unhallowed. So it's really quite expensive to play these, but they're already 2/4, and if you get lots of your creatures destroyed, well, this can go bad quite fast. So next up is 2 Haunted Dead. So basically I play this because of the White Spirit creature tokens with flying, and that's about it. And also this, if I need it, I can just play it without any worries. Also got 1 Carrion Crow, so I think I should play 2 of those, but the reason why I do this is because the reason why I play 1 is because I think I won't make it to a second Carrion Crow. So it has flying, but it enters the battlefield tapped, so that's quite a downside, but it's also quite expensive. 3 mana for just a 2/2 with flying. Then I got an Unyielding Krumar. This is basically just another meat shield. But I can play its mana cost to gain first strike, so it's very handy if you are an offensive player, and I am an offensive player. So Rotting Mastodon, this card is basically just my meat shield. It is a big meat shield. It's 2/8 creature. It's quite expensive to play, but the fact that it's 2/8 means that it's hard to destroy unless you get like a targeted destroy card, and yeah, that basically makes it quite a nasty thing to deal with. So if one got a, like, say 7/3 creature, I can block it with this one if I have it. So next up is a Liliana's Elite. So this is basically Liliana's Elite gets +1/+1 for each creature in your graveyard. So I play this mainly at the later game because then it gets a huge buff. So Dusk Feaster is really expensive to play, but I got the Delirium cost, so it's 4 or 5. With the Delirium it costs only like 5 mana or so. That's flying, so it's really nasty to deal with this one as well, because it's quite it has some punch and it has some toughness. So with the Delirium cost, it can be quite cheap to play in the late game. I also got this Mardu Skullhunter for a 1 mana drop. So basically at the early game, I just place Mardu Skullhunter if possible. So that's basically me to got 2 of them. So that's my little army thing. I also got a Gurmag Swiftwing. So this one has flying, first rank haste, and again this is for the first or second turn. Or maybe if I need it somewhere else. So I also got a Vampire Noble, so it's 3 mana, and it's basically just an offensive creature for me. I also got Sanctifier of Souls, so this is really nice if you have a lot of creatures that you play and stuff. So it gets a +1/+1 until the end of the turn, as long as you play a creature each turn. Or well, if another creature enters the battlefield. So let's say if you manage to get like 4 creatures, this 2/3 suddenly becomes a 6/7 creature. So that's really nice. And I also can exile a creature card from my graveyard and put a white 1/1 creature token on the battlefield. So that is basically this one, flying. So I also got 2 Unruly Mob because, well, they're nice. They are nice as meat shoot whenever another creature you control dies. So basically I don't block with these in the early because they are only 1/1, but if I really have to, I block with them. But mainly I block with other creatures that I can just sacrifice and get this one buffed up, and I got 2 of them. So I also got a Steadfast Cathar. So basically whenever Steadfast Cathar, it gets +0/+2 until the end of the turn. So it's basically another meat shoot. Well, an offensive meat shoot actually. And I also got 4 Desperate Sentries. Now, why would I play 4 Desperate Sentries? Well, I will come back on that later when I get into my sorceries. And the reason why is because it has both Delirium. So this 1/2 creature card would become a 4/2 creature card as long as I have 4 or more card types along my graveyard, which used in the tournament became pretty much every time very fast. But when it dies, I can also place an Eldrazi horror creature token in the game. So basically I pay 3 mana and I get effectively 2 creatures, because when it dies I can put this one back in, which is a lot stronger. Well, unless I get Delirium, but you get the idea. It's very nice to just have, and I have 4 of them, so it can be nasty to deal with, unless you got some target destroy or destroy all creatures, but you get the idea. Also got a Subjugator Angel. This is basically my main offensive card. I would use it mainly offensive. When Subjugator Angel enters the battlefield, tap all creatures your opponent controls. So if I have a lot of creatures in my army, I play this one and I can just go full out ham. But it is quite expensive. So, but it helped me quite out some games. So Faithbearer Paladin. So this one I mainly played because of lifelink, and I used to combine it with other enhancements, so enchantments, so that it gets buffed up really well and just gives me all the lives back that I need. I also got an Ainok Bond-Kin. Again, I'm really good at butchering those names, but this one is yet another meat shoot. I basically put it because of the Outlast. Oh, my feet itches. Oh my god. So I play it because of it Outlast. So it can be very nasty to deal with on the long run. So most people tend to just target it at the beginning of the game or when I play it, because well, if it gets ramped up, you can't stop it that well. So I also got an Ironclad Slayer. So this is basically for my 3 artifact enhancements, so I'll actually come back on that later, so just put that aside. I also got an Emissary of the Sleepless, so what this card does is, just move a little, like that, I'm sorry for that, but it's basically just a, because of when I have creatures that die this turn, I get another token, so it has flying and it has 2/4, so it can be quite nasty again to deal with. This is mainly a defensive card for me. I also got Sigardian Priest, tap target non-human creature, and I don't really see people play with human cards that well, so hey, it's a free tap. 10 out of 10 would tap that. So on to the next stack, meditation puzzle. So when I get low on health or something, I play meditation puzzles to get some 8 life. So it's really expensive, but if I have the if I can afford the creatures, then I just basically just tap them for the cost. So I also got 2 Smite the Monstrous because if a creature gets 4 or plus, well, my cards can't really deal with it. So I put Smite the Monstrous as a destroy card. I think I should play better destroy cards, but for now it's okay. So Cemetery Recruitment. This is the card that is really nasty to deal with. Mainly with the Desperate Sentries, because I can just get them back in my hand. So that means I pretty much get a free Eldrazi Horror token again. So return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a zombie card, draw a card. Well, I don't really have zombies in here, but you get the idea. I got 2 of them, so it should keep me going for a while. Also, if my Pitiless Horde or something gets destroyed, I can just take it back to my hand and start over again with it. So, and it backs quite a punch. Also got Rise from the Grave as a sorcery. Put target creature from a graveyard under the battlefield under your control. So that creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So this is really nice because it saved my butt quite a lot. So I had this case where someone had a like 10 creature, so something, and no, not 10, 7/2 creature. I think it was Zurgu Helm Smasher or something like it, but it was just really insane, and I got kicked by it quite badly until I got like 5 lives, and I managed to destroy this with this card in my hand, which meant I literally just took the Zurgu Helm Smasher from him, put it on my own control. So he basically, yeah, he kicked himself in the butt. So I also got 2 Spectral Reserves because, well, 2 1/1 spirit creatures with I get 2 life. So it's a bit expensive, but it's quite nice to have. Ordeal of Heliod. So basically, whenever an enchanted creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. So that if it has 1 or more counters, 3 or more 1/1 count, sacrifice Ordeal of Heliod. So basically, I get 10 lives again, which is well, 10 lives. So I can sustain quite a bit with it. So also got 3 Lunarch Mantle because of the +2/+2. Yeah, so that's basically it. 2/2, and it's just 2 mana, so it's not that expensive, and especially when you combine it with like the Midnight Scavengers, Graf Rats or something, or even the Pitiless Horde won't really work, but with like the Eldrazi Horrors or something like it, it can really get out of hand. And so we come to Sigarda's 8. So you may cast Aura or as if they had Flash. So this is really nice because what Flash does is, I think you can cast it from the graveyard, but I don't really remember. It's a really nice card. So I can just like have an equipment spell or aura, which is really strong, like let's say Ordeal of Heliod, because it's an enchantment aura, and I get 10 other lives in a while. So it's really great. 10 lives for free, basically. So yeah. Siegecraft, quite expensive, 4 mana, but I get a 2/4 extra 2/4 on a creature. In the tournament, I had this actually quite a lot at the it was a creature that only could block by the Graf Rat the Chittering Host, because you have menace, and because it did quite a punch. Yeah, you can see where that's going. So I also have No Mercy. So this card is a proxy here, because it's really expensive. It's like 10 euros for something, or for it, and I really like this card. It saved my butt a lot of times. So I had this game where I was like pretty much no creatures or something, and he had like 10 creatures, and I played No Mercy, and he was too scared to attack. So yeah, it's really nice. Also combined with the let's see, where is it? Combined with the Rise from the Grave. Yeah, if someone has a very nice creature, it's now yours. Also got Strange Augmentation, which is basically an enhancement. It's very cheap. I got 3 of them, but I get an additional 1/1. Or if I have 4 or more card types along my graveyard, I get 2/2. So that's basically a free 6/6 if you play it correctly. So I also got like 10 planes, 10 swamp, Scored Barons, so that I get a hybrid mana just in case of. It's not really needed, but I thought why the cap on. Also got a Nephalia Academy, so because it means this kind of card, I can put it on my library instead. So that way I can keep my nice cards. So yeah, I also got Other End, exile target non-land permanent. So if I have like all my Rise from the Grave gone or something, and that Zulgu Helmsmasher decides to get on the battlefield again or something, I can now exile it. Or when I feel like, you know, I can basically exile everything I want. Got three Campaign of Vengeance. Whenever a creature you control attacks, you can read it. You know what it does. So basically, I get 3 health back for attacking. Also got Norns and Necks. So this is basically combined with No Mercy. It's really nice because they have to pay a white mana or 2 lives for each creature they attack with. So that's quite a lot. So if he attacks with 10 creatures, that basically deals a lot of damage to himself or something. So it only counts for me, but yeah, you get the idea. So if I manage to stay alive after that, this is really worth it with No Mercy. I also got a Chromatic Lantern. I think I should add another one of these because, well, at one, so I can basically have unlimited mana of any color. So it's quite neat. So I don't run out of mana with colors then, but I rarely draw it. So so yeah, that was basically the deck. Oh yeah, wait, I was like, Ironclad Slayer entered the battle mid, return target aura or equipment card from your. So basically, when I set that, come on, let's see, it should be in here somewhere. Is it? Yes, Siegecraft. So I basically used a combination with Siegecraft because it's an extra 2/4. So or I get another Ordeal of Heliod. Ordeal of Heliod. It's quite a pain in the ass to deal with. So yeah, let's see, it's creatures, so it should be good. Wait, my creatures are here somewhere. Creature, so we're just gonna stick it right after Subjugator Angel. So yeah, that was it for the deck overview. So I also got my tokens like Eldrazi Horror, not Eldrazi Horror, Spirit Creature token, 2 zombies, and Liliana Emblem just in case I may need it, but I think Planeswalker get destroyed way too fast for that. And then the Graf Rat Midnight Scavenger, and that's about it. So thanks for checking out. This was Finlay from ProTCG. I hope you guys like my deck. I will post the deck list, the card list, in the description below for you to net deck it or something. I will put it on deck stats instead of having it like just dangling in the description, I guess. Or I will just put it in the description and put a link to deck stats. So yeah, I think that's about it. So leave a like if you liked it, hit dislike if you disliked it, leave some feedback for the deck if you want to. Would really appreciate that. I'm a new player, so this deck may not be the best, but hey, I got 4th place in a 25 player tournament, of which there were quite some strong opponents. So yeah. Yeah, I would like to thank you just for watching and stuff. So that's basically not my good part, the exit stuff. So yeah, just gonna move my mouse. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.